Hello everyone, my name is Kirti, IT branch first semester, NIT Raipur. This video is a part of a communication skills project on introspection conducted under the guidance of Dr. Anup Kumar Tiwari sir. In this video, I am going to answer few questions which we can ask ourselves every day to get to know ourselves. Am I using my time wisely? You are using your time wisely. If your daily actions match your long-term goals, if most of your time goes into learning, improving, working or taking care of yourself, you are on the right track. It's mostly spent on distraction and delay. It's a signal to reset, not to feel guilty. Time is not about being busy, it's about being intentional. Even small focused efforts daily mean you are using your time wisely. Am I taking anything for granted? If you rarely pause to feel thankful, yes, something is being taken for granted. Health, parents, peace, youth, time, and opportunities often feel ordinary only because they are always there. The moment they are gone, their value becomes loud. Gratitude turns what you have into enough. If you can breathe freely, think independently, and choose your path. You already have blessings many people pray for. Am I employing a healthy perspective? A healthy perspective means seeing challenges as training, not punishment. It means accepting what you cannot control and taking responsibility for what you can. If you often feel stuck in comparison, fear, or negativity, your perspective may need realignment. A healthy mind focuses more on growth than on perfection. You don't need a perfect life, just a progress based mindset. Am I living true to myself? You are living true to yourself when your choices reflected your values, not just others' expectations. If you constantly pretend, shrink your voice, or chase approval, you are drifting from your truth. Living authentically does not mean being perfect, it means being honest with your desires, limits, and dreams. The more you listen to your inner voice, the stronger and calmer you become. Am I waking up in the morning ready to take on the day? If you wake up with energy, curiosity, or even quiet determination, you are aligned with purpose. If every morning feels heavy, rushed, or meaningless, it's not laziness, it's a sign of emotional or goal exhaustion. A meaningful life does not remove tiredness, but it adds a reason to rise. Purpose turns waking up into power. Am I thinking negative thoughts before I fall asleep? Your thoughts at bedtime matter because they affect your sleep and mood. If you notice worrying about the past or future, replaying mistakes, feeling fear or sadness, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It just means your mind is tired or overwhelmed. A calm routine, positive reflection, or gratitude before sleep can slowly change this pattern. Am I putting enough effort into my relationships? This is about being kind. You don't need to be perfect. Even small actions, checking in, helping, or showing respect mean effort. What matters is honesty, not comparison. Am I taking care of myself physically? This includes proper sleep, eating regularly, drinking water, moving your body, resting when tired. Taking care of your body is not selfish, it's basic self respect. Even improving one small habit is progress. Things I can't control stress me out. Many people suffer not because of problems but because of worry about things they can't change. Ask yourself, is this in my hands? If not, can I let go a little? Peace often brings when control ends. Am I achieving the goals I have set for myself? This question is not about success or failure. It's about, are your goals realistic? Are you trying consistently? Are you learning from mistakes? Even slow progress is still progress. Growth matters more. Who am I really? This is one of the oldest questions humans have ever asked. And the honest truth is, you are not just one thing. You are your thoughts, but also the one who observes those thoughts. Your emotions, but also the one who learns from them. Your past, but also the one who is not trapped by it. Your dreams, even the ones who haven't said out loud. Your mistakes, but also your ability to grow beyond them. Many people define themselves by marks, achievements, family expectations, what others think, but those are roles, not your identity. Who you are really is revealed by what you do when no one is watching. What hurts you deeply, what makes you feel alive, what you protect, what you cannot ignore. You are not finished, you are becoming. That's not weakness, that's power. What worries me most about the future? Most future fears fall into these hidden categories: fear of failure, what if I try and still lose? Fear of disappointing others, what if I let them down? Fear of being alone, what if no one stays? Fear of not being enough, what if I never become who am I supposed to be? Fear of uncertainty, what if everything changes? What makes the future scary is not time, it's lack of control. You worry because you care, you want stability, you don't want to suffer, you don't want to waste your life. The future feels big because you are standing at the beginning of your story, not at the end. Instead of asking, what if everything goes wrong? Try also asking, what if I grow strong enough to handle whatever comes? If this were the last day of my life, would I have the same plans for today? This question is not meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up. If it were your last day, you probably would not care about small arguments, ego battles, proving yourself, fear of judgment. You would care about love, truth, forgiveness, gratitude, being real, being present. This question shows you the gap between how you live and how you want to live. You don't need to live every day like it's your last, that would be exhausting. But you can live every day like it matters. Ask yourself, am I postponing happiness for someday? Am I silent where I should be honest? Am I chasing approval or meaning? A powerful truth. You don't need a last day to start living differently. These 5 questions go straight to the core of identity, fear, purpose, and emotional freedom. What am I really scared of? Most fears are not about the thing itself, they are about what it means. For example, fear of exams, fear of being seen as a failure, fear of rejection, fear of being unlovable, fear of speaking, fear of being judged, fear of change, fear of losing control, fear of loneliness, fear of being unwanted. Your deepest fear is usually connected to your self-worth, your need for love, your sense of safety, your identity. Here's something important: fear does not mean weakness. Fear shows your sense of safety, your identity. Here's something important: fear does not mean weakness. Fear shows where you care the most. Instead of running from fear, ask it, what are you trying to protect? Fear often disappears when it feels understood. Am I holding on to something I need to let go of? This might be a past mistake, a broken friendship, guilt, anger, regret, a version of yourself that no longer fits, someone who hurt you, who someone you outgrew, a dream that's no longer you're holding on feels safe because it's familiar. It keeps the past alive, it protects you from uncertainty, but it also drains your energy, keeps wounds open, blocks new growth. Letting go does not mean you didn't care, it didn't matter. You lost. Letting go means you choose peace over pain, you choose growth over fear, you choose the future over the past. If not now, then when? This question reminds you that waiting forever is also a decision. There may never be a perfect time. Confidence, success, or change usually comes after you begin, no before. It's a reminder that small steps today are more powerful than big plans someday. What matters most in my life? This could be your family, your education and future, your mental peace, your dreams, your self-respect and values. What matters most is whatever still feels important even when life gets hard. What am I doing about the things that matter most in my life? This is about actions, not just intentions. Ask yourself, am I putting effort into what I say is important, or am I only thinking about it without doing much? Even tiny efforts count. Studying a little, being kinder, resting when needed, trying again after failing. Why do I matter? You matter because you are one of a kind. No else has your thoughts, voice, or experiences. You affect people even when you don't realize it. Your life has potential even if it feels unclean right now. You don't need to prove your worth. You matter simply because you exist. Would I steal to feed a starving child? This is a classic moral dilemma. compassion versus legality. Most people feel stealing is wrong, but letting a child starve feels far worse. This question helps you explore, is doing the right thing always the same as following the rules? How far would I go to protect innocent life? It does not mean stealing is corrupt. It means you are thinking about human responsibility. What do I want most in life? This is one of the most important questions you will ever ask yourself. Some common answers people discover over time are peace, success, love, respect, purpose, happiness. Your answer may change as you grow, and that's completely okay. What matters is that you keep checking in with yourself instead of living on autopilot. What is life asking of me? This is not about exams, money, or pressure from others. It's about what are my strengths, what problems move my heart, where I am needed. Sometimes life asks us to be brave, sometimes to be patient, sometimes to change, and sometimes to help others. Which is worse, failing or never trying? Most people eventually realize that failing teaches lessons, never trying creates regret. Failure can hurt for a while, regret can hurt for a lifetime. Trying means you respected your own potential, even if you didn't succeed the first time. If I try to fail and succeed, what I have done? You have still succeeded, because trying means you acted with courage. Even if your goal was to fail, succeeding shows effort, growth, and learning. The real success is having the courage to attempt. What's the one thing I would like others to remember about me at the end of my life? Most people don't want to be remembered marks, money, or fame, but for being kind, honest, helpful, someone who made others feel seen and valued. This question quietly asks, how am I treating people today? Does it really matter what others think about me? It matters a little, but not too much. Others' opinions can guide you, but if you live only for approval, you lose yourself. The most important opinion is the one you hold about your own character. To what degree have I actually controlled the course of my life? You did not choose where you are born, your family, many early situations, but you do choose your effort, your attitude, your values, your response to challenges. You may not control everything, but control who you become in every situation. When all is said and done, what will I have said more than I have done? This question reminds us that promises mean little without action. It gently asks, will my life be known for my words or my work? The strongest lives are those where actions speak louder than intentions.